You guys were talking about gym history with the new
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, we had a great conversation with a couple of our members up front, and it's struck us recently about kind of the evolution of gyms, the evolution of training and supplements, and how a lot of people have no idea of what was kind of going on when we were coming up through, and it's just it's commonplace now to be like, oh, I've got a nutrition place to go to, I've got a massage therapist to go to, I've got a CrossFit gym or a powerlifting gym or a bodybuilding gym to go to. It's like everything became this kind of hyper niche, hyper specific thing. And I wonder, like, we've been through that evolution since day one, right? And I wonder now if it's more difficult for, let's say, it's New Year's, everybody's looking for gyms to get on top of their resolutions. Is it more difficult now to navigate that landscape and find, like, man, do I just go to the Globo gym? Do I just hop into a Planet Fit? Or like, man, I really think like that lifting style is cool. Do I need to find that specific? What do I even need to do about nutrition?
Right.
And I mean, us, it's like we'll curate that for you when you come to us. Like, even if someone has, I might not be the right gym for that particular person, or it's like, oh no, dude, like, you're a beginner, you need the structure. I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know. Great affordable rates, right? Teach you everything you need to know. But it was one of I remember when you and I were trainers over at the club, it was, you just didn't have those places to go.
This was well over a decade ago.
Yeah, and this was well over, and that's just it. It's like, holy crap, it's been that amount of time has elapsed.
I think, I mean, obviously back when fitness first started, getting its thing going, like, I think originally the workout equipment was like vibrating butt straps or whatever,
Exactly.
And then it turned into actually lifting free weights and kettlebells and all that and stuff like that. But nowadays, I think it's great that we've become hyper specific as far as like TriFit has you guys have a lot of different things that you can appeal to. But there's a niche and a family community that y'all are trying to build.
Right.
That's great. But it also, I think, creates information overload.
100%. And I'm always worried, like, if I'm telling people, I'm like, you want to root your feet when you squat, and then you break it, and it's like we go through this, and there's like, I thought I just sat down and stood up, like, and it's like, well, but no, but
it is on the surface, but past that, it's so much deeper, and you're absolutely right. It's like I think I was just playing on the internet one of those nights where I'm just bored, and I'm just searching random stuff, and I wanted to go like what's really popular and trending right now with gyms and fitness or whatever. Niche gyms are 100% super popular, like becoming more popular. So it is really hard. It's like, do you want more options if you go to the grocery store and you have, let's say, like 40 different banana types to choose from? Like, is that going to make things harder for you? Because, okay, I've got all these selection. Or you just get one type of banana. It's like, okay, I'm going to go with those. But super niche gym. So like, for us, obviously, we wanted to be niche, but at the same time, be versatile, right? Exactly. I also saw that exclusivity is becoming very popular in gyms, and I thought that was really, really interesting. It's like, okay,
exclusivity.
Yeah. So gyms that literally they only allow so many people. Like you have to sign up and basically get approved to be on their list to join this gym. I'm like, this is probably only going down New York, Atlanta, California, places like that. But I was like, that's really interesting. I've never heard of a gym that would
like capping out,
like a club, like this is VIP. Sorry, bro, you're not cool enough to be,
That creates demand, though.
Absolutely. Some people might
start
like
a barbell service instead of a bottle service, right?
I like that.
People, it's like I was speaking to one of my friends earlier. She's like, I want to come back to TriFit and start working out again. I've just been busy. And she's like, when's the least busiest? It's like, TriFit's always got a decent number of people, but we're never overloaded. We do cater to a lot of people that are just very, very serious. And you go to a Planet Fitness, it's like, you might be fighting for equipment. There's going to be 1,000 people in there, and every piece of equipment is going to be taken up. And it's going to be nuts, and it's going to be terrible. And if you're trying to avoid somewhat the big crowds, like that's the worst place to go. But for us, it's like, even in our busiest night, it's like, we get a decent amount of people in here, but it's nothing crazy. Nobody's piling all over each other. We're fully equipped for that. So I think people appreciate that. So not that we're exclusive, but we definitely provide that level of like, hey, you don't have to worry. Like this,
you guys have found your niche, and you're following it. I think taking a look at it from a business perspective too. Like 15 years ago, there was Gold's gyms everywhere. There was a lot of these bigger box gyms that have just gone out of business over the past few years. And I think gym owners like yourselves start to realize, hey, if we want to be successful, we've got to be different, and create that. Well, I think that's fine until your niche starts stepping on his niche. Like if a gym opens up across the street that's a little bit different. That's I think that's where it runs.
Well, we got
absolutely, that's true.
The Fitness Anytime. right down.
Yeah, those are opening up all over the place.
And I've had a couple members walk through now, and they hear our open gym price point when they're comparing it to an Anytime or a Fitness Anytime or whatever. It's a 24-hour gym. And that's no skin off my back. Like for me, it's like we're offering.
Y'all are different.
There's a lot more value, and then people who sign up and see it, they get it. They get that we're like the reason we're maybe not so packed in the gym, or maybe that it's people will flow in their workout. So if like you come in, you see it's busy, particularly like in the evenings or something. They're going to get their 6 sets, their 4 sets, 3 sets of whatever done and move on to the next. So that someone else is coming in, or we're fine working in with each other.
Right.
Again, that community stuff. And then this, on top of that, like our big thing was education and empowering the athlete. So you're getting just a lot more value out of it. And for me, it's like if you just want that like I want my $10 and I want to check that box and I want to go hit a circuit at the gym or hit the treadmill for a little while. That's good. And I think that's like, we get talking about evolutions of gyms. I think that's been really beneficial to people who are looking to get into working out. Because I really don't care what you do, as long as you get in and do it. Right? And if you can get the kind of a low price point and you go utilize it, I think one of the fundamental issues is like you're paying $10, you're never going to be incentivized to go use it.
Yeah, and I think it's a great thing for people who are like, have a direction with what they're wanting to do. I've also seen the opposite side where paralysis by analysis with people who they're not necessarily intimidated to go to the gym, but they're going to keep on looking up something else and learning something different before actually taking action. So all these different options and so much information.
They jump ship all the time. It's just like, I saw online that so-and-so said CrossFit is going to give me really defined abs. But then I saw that Orange Theory also says they're going to lose body fat. So I jumped over there too. Or I got bored with this particular exercise routine, so I jumped ship. And I mean, I know our generation has a great deal of ADD. We do very well. I think we kind of invented it, so to speak, because we're like 90s kids. But this newest generation, I think I see it even more because I do get to work with, all of us have seen it, like the 20-something-year-olds that walk around. You're 26. I don't know.
Well, still.
You're so mature, Jacob. Stop. Like, I don't look at you as like, it's like I do some of these kids, we were talking just 2 yesterday. One was 17, one was 19. They're great kids. They're super smart. They have this plethora
the amount of knowledge they have versus what we had.
I'm so jealous. It's like, I've been lifting weights for like 25 years, something like that now. And it's like the amount that I started with that I kind of like knew or got to learn, and then how long it took me to get to this point. And some of these kids are stepping in at stages so much further down the road. It's like, you're going to learn so much more than me. Like one of the 19-year-olds is like, I can't wait to get to your level. I'm like, you're going to pass me plus some. Like, so much, I'm so happy for you. Like, that's fantastic. I'm so happy we could do that. But I don't know, that influence. When I was their age, like a gym like this, like I didn't know existed because they probably didn't. Like they're just not as available. So it's like powerlifting's become more popular. Bodybuilding, I think, is becoming more popular. CrossFit has, I think, kind of plateaued, and it's finding a slightly different direction. It's a little different now, but I think a lot of that is just exposure. We're able to demonstrate it online, we're able to make connections, stuff like that. I like the traditional gyms. I like Golds. Like I started in those too.
Of course.
We all did bro splits, that's fine.
Don't be hating on the bro split.
I know we're going to talk about arms at some point. So I made that post a while back. I'm just like, I hate bicep curls, but here's how I do. I still do.
And the information and the specificity of training that's out there is, yes, it can be harmful to people with paralysis by analysis, but there's no better time in the world to become a professional in something because 100%. Of that information.
Absolutely.
That's why these 19-year-olds and 17-year-olds can know and be on the level that they are. So, it's a beautiful thing.
I don't think you've ever told me, how did the nutrition store come about?
Get started?
Origin,
Ooh. Okay.
Tell me like you found a shaker cup one time and it just spoke to you, like said something.
So here's the thing. I started out working out when I was 14. Dad got me a pull-up bar. I was a chunky kid. I ran a mile and did pull-ups every day. I didn't.
You're one punch man.
You're one punch. And I couldn't do pull-ups at first, so every day I would try to do more. But that's what got me into the gym, and I became obsessed with bodybuilding. Working out all through high school, I fell in love with nutritional science, and so I got to work under 3DMJ and a few other nutritional coaches at the time, and they inspired me like, hey, I want to go get my dietetics degree. Cool. Well, I fast forward to college, start out in dietetics. I realized, okay, they're not willing to first of all, the curriculum's not for what I want to do, which is help regular people.
Right.
It was more so to help people already sick in the hospital. And so I was like, I'm going to jump to exercise science.
Yeah.
Well, both of those fields are very anti-supplement.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's just because they don't know, right? It's like, the FDA doesn't regulate it. We're not going to.
So they dismiss it.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm kind of anti-supplement through most of college. Even though I already had a decent nutrition knowledge, I picked up a part-time job at a supplement store, Rock Hill Nutrition, and he started to show me kind of like, hey, there is honesty, there is research behind this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You've just been kind of shat on by traditional store models just selling you stuff.
Right.
And so that was kind of the inspiration, the spark, and why I got started.
Yeah,
So,
Man, that's awesome.
but I mean, the whole supplement industry, there's a wealth of shitty history behind that.
Totally.
Well, that's
Gyms, for
yeah.
sure.
Right.
There's
So, yeah.
back, there were multiple. I can't remember his name. You might, if I described him, you might remember him. But I remember he literally took me out to his car and started showing me protein powders, and I'm sure some of those other powders. But I'm like, I was like, I mean, it was older,
Well, dude,
I guess maybe 30 years my elder there, but it's like that was normal to him.
Bro,
like
even in the 90s, that was
the
90s to early 2000s was the wild wild west.
Okay.
Yeah,
supplements.
sure.
Like
sure.
I can't name the company, but one of the largest entities in supplement distribution got their start from throwing vials of certain substances into protein tubs and shipping them to stores.
Really,
Wow.
really.
Okay. All right.
That's the backbone of the industry. Like it's
That's
it's
wild.
And that's like, like that's, I guess it.
Every generation for us was just more gangster than
dude, they were.
Like, I talk to my dad all the
Yeah.
time. I'm like, some of the things he had to do to get us to where I am. I'm like, oh, Dad, you're so much more fucking intense than I realized. Like, such a nice guy, but I'm like, my dad's been through some stuff. But just straight up
That's
gangster.
funny.
Yeah. And that's the same generation that was like trying to tell us, like, hey, don't watch that. Or, you can't see that.
Video games gonna make you violent as
Right.
you're just
Like,
like secretly handling drugs. You know?
Syringe out. Right?
Good God. But but yeah, man, I mean, that's the evolution, too, of like my own mindset from TNS over the past years since it started, and my view of the industry. I'm sure you guys' perspectives has changed as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
From what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's kind of cool that it because I feel like I can relate to that in some aspects. Like started school in different directions. Like I was going to Michigan State pursuing like physical therapy. I thought this was it for me. Like this made sense. And the more I got through it, the more I was like, it was almost medicine. I was just like taking care of people that are post-surgical or something like that, or like the very, very mature that are just trying to get back to walking and moving in a healthy manner. But it was like, but that just wasn't my calling. I liked helping people, but just not in that particular situation. So changed directions again. Went to school and I wanted to be like a trainer. Trainer always kind of makes sense too, but it was just like a traditional trainer, just general health. It's like that's how we started out for the most part, just general health, and we still do for the most part. But it became a little more like, I really, really like the strength aspect, the performance aspect. This is a lot of fun. Or cutting body fat is like, this is fun too, but nutrition just isn't my calling.
Of course. So
everybody's
everybody's a little different, man.
I'm like, ask Jacob, ask my wife, don't ask me.
Right.
I'll tell you how protein works, but that's about it. And it's like past that rabbit hole, it's just like there's much other people that are much more invested and know a lot more that can help you out because everybody's so individual.
Right.
Well, I think, and there's like the knowledge level, it just exploded as the popular. It's like we're just responding to market forces, right? People wanted this stuff, and then we started. Okay, we got to learn more. We got to get better about it, right? And it might be like paralysis by analysis idea, but on the flip of that is, you get into a gym. They're going to have people that are much smarter or much more specific in that thing to help you kind of navigate, again, that landscape. Well, you walk into the gym and it's like, well, I like lifting things. Well, do you like being strong? Do you like lifting?
Yeah, exactly.
For how many reps?
Yeah, right.
You got to set a tier of goals. It's like, okay, what's your big overarching goal? I want to lift things. I want to get stronger. It's just like, okay, beyond that, all right, what specifically do you want to be stronger in? Because there's so many things you can get stronger at. You can get technically stronger at push-ups if you really want to. We can load those things up. I put plates on your back. And then below that, it's just like, okay, now how are you going to do that? Like, and I'm going to show you how. I'm going to give you the path.
If only there was a way to to keep that tiered information restricted to people who do like stuff like struggle with over analyzing.
Yes, yeah.
You know, like
Mm-hmm.
you know, if somebody's never even done strong lifts or you know starting strength,
Right,
or something like that, and they're telling you about their microcycle with this existing movement with bands and chains and stuff. And it's
I
like,
can only imagine you probably get that in the store all the time. It's like someone's asking questions about certain like nutritional factors, like how much of, you know, this amino acid do I need and this stuff like that. It's like, all right, kid, do you even know like how much you eat every day? It's like, no, I have no idea, but I know I need supplements.
But I know I
like,
need
maybe,
powder.
You know, you need
it's
complementary
it's
supplements.
usually
but you don't even know what
pre-workouts
you-
too, and I'm like, why are you taking this, dude?
Yeah,
Like, do you actually need this?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's too much info.
Yeah.
But anyway, with all that being said, it is crazy to reflect back on, you know, all the changes that have happened within our industries, and I think we definitely need to capitalize on that content, the gym history supplement.
Yeah,
history.
dude.
That'd be a fun piece to
That'd be a lot
make.
of fun,
Try to trace it back.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Even if it's like the first stories that like 1920, the first gym.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
Shoot it in black and white or something.
Hell yeah,
and you got
that'd
the
be cool.
mustache or something.
It was. I saw something about the invention of the squat rack was really cool. We could even.
It's like seriously, we
absolutely.
look that story up and then you guys narrate it.
Okay.
And then we can just
that'd be cool.
make a skit off the narration.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so much
awesome.
fun.
That'd be super
Yeah, dude.
awesome.
It'd be easy to make,
No,
too.
mine's how
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much more exaggerated.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first like time someone called someone else a bro, it's just like, what did you call me? Bro,
I like this.
brother. I was I got lazy. It was just like, I love it. I you know, like, I mean, I heard the first. I did not coin this phrase, but my new coach, Scott McNally, yesterday he was just like, yeah, man, goal is to get you peeled and ready for stage. And I'm like, peeled, and I'm like,
That's going
I've
in
never
the
seen
cast.
shredded again. Like that was so awesome. I'm like,
You
I'm the
never said
orange.
peeled?
I've never heard the like dude.
Wait till,
that word.
wait till,
That,
wait
like,
till,
I was so tickled,
wait
man. I
till
was like,
diced and striated start to just
man,
come into
diced.
place.
This is-
Oh,
what is
bro.
diced?
Diced.
Dice is the next step after peeled, man. You peel it, then you dice it, right?
Jesus.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna make Julienne the thing, right?
Because technically shredded's even more. You know, it's like,
That's so funny.
That's fantastic.
But,
yeah, peeled. Never, not once.
Hell
Today,
yeah.
man. I was
We need to
just
do like word evolution too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Who discovered bro?
Yeah,
Bro.
You know, it's like,
The story of the bro.
Yeah.
You got a Bam Bam costume. I feel like we need to use
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
it's like you're like flexing your muscle. You're like, bro,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
grow,
Yeah.
grow,
Yeah. Bro.
Anyway, thanks for tuning into this Upstate Strength Cast. We'll be back very soon.